Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer, and joining me on the table right here, this is Poncho. She's the last dog standing. Aren't you, girlfriend? She's the last dog standing. The boys are gone. The boys are gone. They got adopted. Now we have a whole story with Pete that I'm not going to go into great detail with, but I'm not happy with the way he got adopted and I cried. So we're going to, quick story, they've all been fixed. Her mom just left for work, so she is devastated. And she does not like me as much as she likes Juju or Scarlet, for that matter. Matter of fact, she likes everyone else except me. And she's in here because she was whining in the cake. And she does this constantly like she's a cat. She's out here, my butt is right directly in your face. Just right directly. Just stand on the table. You're not gonna fall. So Juju, my 19-year-old daughter, has adopted Poncho. Her name is Poncho. Ponyo, like the movie from Studio Ghibli. Ma'am. I took them. There was a whole thing. Like, I'm not gonna get into it again, but like this whole situation that irritated me happened. And you can't actually eat the desk, sweetheart. I wonder if I have something for you to chew on in here. Here. You gonna chew on this? You gonna play with that? Good girl. Can you just stand on the desk? Alright. I gave her that to chew on. We'll see. She might play with it. She might not. We don't know. She's got it. It's in her mouth. She's got it. Alright. We got a third use for that. It's now a dog toy. That's the cotton one. Alright, so I took them to get their shots on the 19th, and on the 20th they were due to be fixed, so I left them overnight at the shelter because that's what I was requested to do. I was informed to pick them up the following day in the evening at the clinic that they were getting their spay and neuter at. So the next day at 5:30 I went up there, and they were not there. Apparently the shelter took it upon themselves to pick them up way early, not let me know, because they like to waste my time and not tell me what's going on. And I texted them and I was like, where are the puppies at? Because you told me to pick them up at the clinic and they're not here. And the response I got back was Pete was just adopted. His legal name was Squidward. And to tell you that I cried, like I cried, because I made him a go-away blanket. He didn't have it. I didn't meet the family that took him. Don't know where he went, what happened to him. None of that. I don't know where he's at even today. And the last thing I said to them when I dropped them off is I'll see you tomorrow. Because they're scared. The shelter's scary. My back is still messed up. So, we're there. Can you just lay right there? Can you just get off my boob a little bit? There you go. That's a good girl. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. You can lay on the desk. Ma'am. I guarantee in like 2 seconds her butt's going to be back in my face. So, yeah, that was a little bit devastating to me. First of all, I've fostered in the past. I fostered Oreo and I kept her. So I've never had a puppy leave my house and go to another house. I've never experienced that. But also Pete was my favorite. And the whole way it happened just kind of like, I didn't like it. It rubbed me the wrong way and I cried. And then I panicked because we're supposed to be adopting her. Well, Juju's supposed to be adopting her. And she is at a puppy event. So I got over to the shelter as fast as I could to pick her up and pay for her. Juju paid for her. So that she didn't accidentally get sent out the door like Pete just got sent out the door. And another thing that really bothered me is the shelter's policy is they have to wait 24 hours after being fixed to get adopted out, and they broke their own rule. So the whole thing just rubbed me the wrong way. And I already had my heart broke. So when I came home and I'm looking at Pete and I'm like, Pete was particularly, not Pete, Andy. When I brought Andy home. Andy's the tan one. Pete was the one that looked like this. When I brought Andy home, he wasn't feeling good because he didn't like the anesthesia. He didn't like his surgery. Like, he was he was being baby. And so I babied him. And I'm heartbroken about Pete. And so I started to get like real strong feelings about Andy. And I was like, I can't do this. I need to get him adopted out as soon as possible. So I asked about when the next adoption event was, and it was Friday. So this all happened on Wednesday. Friday, I wore him out. We took him shopping. We took them both shopping. We got Ponyo right here some a harness, and you can see she's got a shiny collar on. We got her a harness. I bought her a couple of toys, which Bentley has stolen. And that's my finger baby. Me and Juju took Andy to the event together. Everybody said goodbye to him because I was convinced he was leaving that event with a family. Come hell or high water. And the event was pure chaos. There were puppies, mean, aggressive puppies everywhere. I got bit several times in the face. I got bit on my hand where the dog left a hole. That smells good, but leave it alone. You can play with this. Get it, get it, get it. Every time a new person came into the puppy event, I immediately introduced them to Andy because I was convinced he's getting a family. He's going to get a good family. And there were a couple of families and an older couple that were interested in him, and none of them pulled the trigger because they need to think about it. And then come the end of the night, the event was supposed to end at 8. This family came in at the last minute. It was a mom and a dad and 3 little kids. Ages estimated about 2 or 3 because she had a pacifier in her mouth. Maybe 7, and then a 10-year-old little boy. So it was 2 girls and a boy. And the puppies were all way bigger than Andy. Here. Get it. The puppies were all way bigger than Andy and very just over the top, jumping and biting at everybody. They grabbed a hold of one little girl by the hair and yanked it, and like the puppies were just crazy. And the little girl with the binky in her mouth, I was like, do you want to meet a puppy who's not going to jump on you? And Andy was tired. Like, we went on big adventures. He'd never been to a store before. And he went to 2 stores that day and went for Bye-Byes in the car. As did Ponyo. And he met lots of people in the stores. I introduced him to people in the store. Like, you want to pet the puppies available for adoption? Like, I pimped my dog out. Okay. I'm getting this baby a home so that my heart can be broken twice in 1 week and we can just move on and just be done with it. Because that was hard. It was hard. I'm not going to lie, it was hard. And I had several people say to me, I don't know how you can let him go. Like, my heart would break. Oh, my heart's breaking. But, like, let's get this Band-Aid off. Let's get it done. Let's get him into a home, because dropping him at the shelter and taking him to these events, he hates the shelter. He doesn't deserve to be in that shelter. So the family, the little girl with the binky, her eyes twinkled when she saw Andy. And he was so tired. He just wanted to cuddle. Here. I should make some of these and put squeakers in them. You would love that. You would love that. Now, as you can tell, this girl's whiny because I don't know why. Her mom just left for work. Her brothers are gone now. She needs somebody to play with. She loves going in the backyard. She went to the backyard for the first time this week, her and Andy, because once they get fixed and they get their final shots, they can play in the grass. And so they've had busy weeks, and she wants to go outside right now is what I think wants to happen. She wants to run, but ow, that's fingers. Ma'am. Here, it's on your head. It's on your head. Oh, here, do you want to play with the ball instead? Look at that. That's a whole ball. Look at that. Don't eat the string. Hang on, I gotta fix it. I gotta fit here. Here. Where'd you go? Alright. I gotta watch her like a hawk though, because she likes to chew on crochet hooks. I'm not having it. I don't even know what I was saying. I'm so tired. Oh, you got the ball. You found the ball? Good girl. I know I'm teaching you bad stuff, because now I'm teaching you to chew on yarn. You'll be fine. I just gotta watch out. Immediately takes it apart. Immediately. I know that probably feels good on your teeth, huh? Here. 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 The family. So all the little kids realized, oh, he's soft, he's gentle. And the little girls in particular fell in love. I didn't like the dad. I did not like the dad. He had a very, I feel like he was probably in the military. He just had that kind of gruff personality. Yes? Are you, huh? She's been fed. The big dogs have not been fed. So they spent over an hour with Andy, filled out an application for Andy, who was referred to as SpongeBob the whole night, which drove me crazy because that's a stupid name. And the end of the night, they're like, well, we have a scheduled meet with him tomorrow. I'm like, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. The shelter literally set up a meet for me without asking me and said, I need to be there at 1. I have to go pick up my niece tomorrow from college. I'm not going to be here at 1. And they're like, well, just leave him here overnight. And the mom was like, I don't know. It's so loud here. And the dad was like, I don't really care. Can I, ma'am? That was a quick destructo ball. And you, no. We're done. We're done with that, ma'am. No, ma'am. I gave you something to chew on. If you don't like it, that's not my fault. Here. Good girl. Good girl. Here. And I was like, I'm not leaving him in the shelter overnight. I'm not doing that to him. Like, he's had a rough day. And it's so loud and obnoxious. And some of those dogs are so freaking mean. I'm not leaving him here. And so I'm like, and the dad was like, I don't really care. I'm like, I care. And he ain't your dog yet. You ain't paid for him. And I cannot show up tomorrow. Like, watch. But I'm being petty because the whole thing just irritated me. The whole thing. The mom was super nice and the kids were amazing. The dad was just a tool bag. Okay? I didn't like the dad. And maybe he was having a bad night. Or maybe he just didn't like me because I have a strong personality and I was very in everybody's face, which is not at all my personality. I was in everybody's face like, meet my dog, meet my dog, meet my dog. Because I wanted him to go home with a good family. And I think he did in the long run. So I made arrangements and I have the code to get in there because I'm a volunteer technically. So I just punched in a little code, got in the door. This girl thinks she loves soda, but she can't have any because it's got diet in it. But every time you crack a soda or you try to drink a soda, she wants to be right in there with it. See? Baby, I have carpet in here. You cannot get on the floor. No, ma'am, you cannot get on the floor here. Thank you. I love you too. I wish you would lay down. I wish you would go to sleep and take a nap. That's not gonna happen, is it? I'm sorry, I'm so discombobulated. I am really, it's been a rough weekend emotionally, but like I'm in a lot of physical pain again today. Like, it's not just my back. I'm having widespread all over body flare up again, and I don't know why. Are you leaving? And it's not from stress. I think it's, I don't know what it's from, but like I'm widespread pain. Motrin's not touching it. And hot bath just barely helped last night. And I took a bath so hot I probably scalded my skin. I know. Here. And I dropped him off bright and early in the morning, put him in his little crate they had already made up for him with a blanket and his name tag, SpongeBob. And I didn't hear anything all day, and at 1 o'clock he was supposed to have the meetup with that family again. And at 2 o'clock, I still hadn't heard anything. And at 3 o'clock, the event ended, like the next puppy event ended. And still hadn't heard anything. So the way the shelter does things is they have a special group for the foster parents. They have a special group for the alumni. So people like mommies of her have their own group because she's been adopted, just so that fosters can keep up with where their puppies are at. Neither Andy or Pete's family have posted anything about them. And when I told the people at the shelter, like, they adopted Pete out from under me when he was supposed to be getting fixed, they were like, they're not supposed to be fixed for a whole 24 hours after they get fixed. I don't understand. I'm like, yeah, I'm not real happy about it. Like the whole situation. He came fresh out and went straight into somebody else's home, and I have no idea where he's at. So we're glad that that entire situation is over with. They posted in the foster group that 17 dogs got adopted Saturday. And SpongeBob was one of them. And I commented, I was like, I'm so glad for SpongeBob. And one of the volunteers commented, I used to work with the dad of the family he went with. They're really good people. And I was like, I'm happy. And then I immediately contacted the people who I was in contact with for foster support. And I was like, I'm leaving this group because my dog is gone. I'm done. I'm done. I ain't adopting again or fostering again. Don't chew on my desk, ma'am. I know that's the good wood, but you can't chew on it. Good thing you don't have claws, huh? So that's where we're at with the puppies. The boys are gone. Ponyo's here to stay. Bentley is adjusting. And that's the end of the puppy update and life update. That's as far as we're going to go. Now, on Monday, I usually give you a blog update. I just wanted to get the puppy talk out of the way because I'm probably going to, in a few minutes, go get rid of her and go put her in the living room and have Mr. Cinnamon just keep an ear on her. And love you. Have fun.
Will do. Bye, Lucas. See you later.
She left too? What the heck? That was my niece. She's going out for the day. She's still so funny. She's 21 years old, and she is like, do we have plans for today? Which I appreciate her asking me. I was like, no. I want to go Christmas shopping later. I said, but we can wait until Juju gets back from work to watch Lucas, you know? And she's like, well, is it okay if I go out with my friend from college? Like, her friend from college graduated college, has her own place, has her own job now, and she's looking for furniture. And the friend from college is not from low-income family. And my niece knows how to save because she's comes from very poor family. And I've taught her very well how to save money, how to get good deals and all that stuff. And so she's telling her friend about thrift stores and the reused store from Habitat for Humanity. And her friend was like, well, can you go with me and we can look? And so they're going out shopping for a dresser for this girl for her first apartment, which is kind of adorable. Oh, sir. Hey, Lucas.
What?
Can you take Ponyo and put her in the pen?
Yeah, come on.
And close my door tight.
What?
And close my door tight.
Close your door?
Yes, close it tight. Thank you. Now maybe I can concentrate. Ponyo already has a hernia from her being fixed. I tried telling Juju, and Juju's like, I gotta go to work. I'm like, right, but like, your dog, your responsibility. Like, she's got a hernia. Just so you know. So yeah. That's what's going on. That's about the wrap up. Now, what have I made this week? I was trying to say. Monday blogs that come on is what have you made in the past 7 days or so? Made quite a bit, but I still don't feel like I made enough, which is so stupid. Because this week, I was talking to Sandy from Crochet A, and I told her, I was like, I am barely holding my head above water this week. Like, I I'm struggling. Like, there's things going on, and just like, because we've been talking, we got something planned that will be announced tomorrow. But go subscribe to Sandy from Crochet A Canada, because we both are going to have an announcement tomorrow. We're going to be working together in the month of December to do something. Some of you will already know what that is. All right, so what have I made this week? I made 2 tutorials, which is a miracle with everything else that has happened this past week, that I made 2 tutorials. But the tutorials actually didn't take very long. They went very smoothly. And I knew, because I knew what I was doing with both of them. And so I just kind of like flew through the tutorials. I made this in the tutorial. This is a face scrubby that Ponyo has chewed on. It is made out of glitter cotton that does not exist on the market anymore. I have red, white, and green in this, obviously, but I also had, I paid $5 for those big giant things of cotton like 5 years ago. It's pre-pandemic prices. And they have lasted a long time. Like, I keep using them and they don't go anywhere, because these are 500 yards almost, 490 yards. You imagine how I made, last year I made dish towels out of that. I've made washcloths. Now we got a face scrubby out of it. Not to be confused with the Christmas ornament that we made out of acrylic. So it could be a Christmas ornament face scrubby. And then I made a secondary one out of acrylic. So this one's more peppermint striped. That one's just like, you know. So I made these 2. Or those 3. Then I wanted to have this finished by today, but last night I was in so much pain I could not. If you know, you know what this is going to be. I am taking the pattern for the peppermint candy things I just showed you. I'm making a pillow. So this is going to be a peppermint pillow when it's done. I'm using the puzzle solids. Now, if you want to know how to make a peppermint pillow, go get a pen and a pencil, I'll tell you, or a paper and pen. Sir, I'll tell you exactly what I did so far. I'm using the puzzle solid in white and burgundy. I'm using a 6mm hook or a J hook. Okay. I chained 75. And I'm just following exactly what I did for the peppermint candies. So each row should have 74 single crochets in the back loop only. I'm changing colors every 2 rows. And I'm going to go until I feel like this is a good size. When it folds up, it will look like a peppermint. So far we're on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. We're on 26 rows. I'm thinking we're going to have to go at least 50 rows for it to be a peppermint. It might even be more than that, because the little peppermint I just showed you was 20 by 22 or 20 by 20 rows. So I may have to go 75 or 74 rows if I'm following that. So I may have to go 74 by 74. So 75 stitches to start with, 74 single crochets every row, and then 74 rows should make it so that it could turn into a peppermint. I will, of course, update you when that is done. I will probably show that next week. Hopefully I'm done with it next week. And then I made a whole buttload of hats. And that is an official term, a buttload. Okay, I made... To start the week, I made my one and only knit hat. This is made from... the leftover yarn from last week's blanket. This is what it looks like knit. This is crochet. It's a beautiful hat. It's soft and squishy. And when I get really cold, I have a hat to match my blanket. I have fuzz in my throat. It's a beautiful hat. I really like the way it turned out. So I did kind of a zigzaggy line here. And then I did like a staggered, I don't know what you call that. It's staggered snowflakes, okay? So that's what that looks like. I just, nothing fancy. And then I ran out right here. So I had to add white in just on the top because I ran out of the color. I barely squeaked by with enough. So I think that's pretty. I did this one. This is the first hat I made for when I was designing the pattern. This is the one I was playing with and messing with the stitches, and so this is the first one. And each hat changes a little bit because I just was messing with it. And that's why I encouraged you in the tutorial, just tweak it. Just play with it, change up the stitches. And several of you changed up the stitches. And it's funny because I did this hat and then someone else posted and they're like, I did something similar. Like down here I was like, you guys are thinking like cinnamon stitches. So this is the first one. And I ran out of this yarn, which is Premier Basics. I think it's color Mary. I ran out of this, so I had to switch. This is the Joanne self-striping Christmas color. And I didn't do this row with the color, and that drives me crazy a little bit. It's fine. This was a prototype. It still makes a beautiful hat for someone, right? I hate the way the bottom looks, though. The bottom irritates me because I ran out of this. This is a different color, and it's all red, and it just looks weird. And so when I was looking, and I'm like, while I was making this one, I wanted to make a second one. I'm in here digging for yarn. I wanted to make a blue and white one, like, you know, snow colors. And this Basics comes in a blue and white that I thought I had and I can't find it. So maybe I put it in a mystery box or I used it last year. I don't know where it's at. I came across more. Same yarn. So had I only looked harder, I could have finished this hat and made it look nice. So this is the one that was from the tutorial. And this is the one you see in the tutorial. Still beautiful. Looks much better because the same colored yarn is through the entire hat. And I have more of this left over, which I did not put away. It's gotta be on my desk. Under all the other crap that's on my desk. Whoa, don't fall. I almost dropped my hook. Including the new yarn from Joann's that I'm not gonna actually show you in an actual video, but I'll show you that in a minute. Then, while I was making the tutorial, I was like, this would be so pretty with neons and black. So then I made a neon and black one, which you saw in the thumbnail for the video, because I finished this on the same day as the tutorial. And oh my god, I'm in love with this. This is so pretty. I had several people contact me, what yarn is that? This is Hobby Lobby, okay? I don't remember the name of this, but this is the Hobby Lobby, I think, print. I love this yarn print. And I want to say Neon Lights. I want to say Neon Lights. And once again, I used the entire scrap ball of this color. And I thought I was out, and I found more in my bucket that was way up high, and I hurt my back taking it down. Oh, this is Candy. This is Candy Stick Stash. So I thought it was Neon Lights. It is not, in fact, Neon Lights. I think that's the same colorway. So I use that, and the black is, I love this yarn black, which I think I may have a little bit of that left over somewhere in this pile. Oh, it's on this side. So the Premier Basics Multi for the Christmas hat. I love this yarn for the black and neon hat. There's also red and green on the tape. Like, I got so much yarn on my desk. All of the yarn from the tutorials and everything I've worked on is still sitting on my desk with purchases that I made this week, which I will show you later in the week. So totally, this one is probably, well, this is one of my favorites. Now, I changed this hat. I changed every hat that I did. Now, as you can tell, I added the color to the first row here, which I believe I showed you in the tutorial. When it came to this one, I wanted the granny stitches to be shorter rows because I wasn't really counting here. And that was part of the problem with the pattern, is like every hat is a little bit different size. So here, instead of doing regular granny shells, no, did I do this one like that? Nope. Ignore what I just said. All right, so this one is made by the tutorial. And what's funny is I had to keep looking at my notes to remember what row came next because I had so many change ups. I had some of this neons left over and I was like, what would that look like with white? Are these not gorgeous? Hello. And I wanted everyone to be able to make this hat, even if you don't celebrate Christmas. I mean, we all have to deal with cold weather at some point, right? So I wanted everyone to be able to make a beautiful hat. And yes, it's technically a holiday hat, but I mean, maybe it's the type of holiday where you go on vacation, right? If you're going to like Montana or Idaho or someplace where it's cold, right? Michigan even. One of these, and I don't remember which one it was. It's this one. All right, so see how the color looks bigger here than it does here? Like there's more white and a smaller dot of color. I did half double crochet granny here instead of double crochet granny. So instead of 3 half double crochet or 3 double crochets, I did 3 half double crochets. Now, it makes the color dots look more prominent. It doesn't drown them out so much in the white. The only problem is it makes the bottom of the hat a little bit tighter. So, because the stitches get tight, and I don't care because it still fits and it's going to stretch out and it's beautiful. Well, then I was like, okay, but I'm doing all these variegated yarns. What would it look like in a solid? So I did this. Now, several of you did this already before I even worked on this hat. Like, they're all in the Facebook group. Go over to the Facebook group. You'll see a couple of these hats. They're all beautiful. They're all, and several people use different. There was one that used a color shifting yarn, which is the, it was a Hobby Lobby one. It was kind of like the puzzle where the color fades instead of just like this hot mess. And it was beautiful. And I'm just like, I love seeing my hats go out into the world like that. It's just so cool. And this one is beautiful. And I don't work with black, so I had to get my, you know, my Walmart light that we showed a while back that comes up over you like this. And I put it behind my couch. It's like 25 bucks at Walmart. Love that thing. I was moving that thing around with me because it's only like 10 pounds, you know. And I would put it directly over me and put on my glasses so I could see the black yarn because I could not see the black yarn to save my life. And it worked out really well. I love the way this looks in a solid. I just think it is so pretty. And I love, okay, the difference between this in the red, green, and white and the variegated. It just looks different no matter what yarn you use. There's a little bit of difference. But then look at it with the pink. It's the same stitch. Look at that. It's beautiful and unique depending on the yarn that you use. But wait, because this wasn't the last one I made. I went back and just wanted to be full on elf and Christmassy. This is the same stitch as this and that. The only thing I did different is every other row here I went red, green, and it pooled stripes like this. I'm already carrying the yarn, so this was not extra effort to switch rows every row, and it actually made seeing the stitches way easier. So that's what it looks like with different yarns. Hang on. We got variegated, solid, switch in every row, red, green, red, green, red, green. I had so much fun playing with these hats. Now, if you've been around for any amount of time in Cinnamon Stitches land, you know. Oh, and I also changed the bottom on this one because I got tired of doing the stitch. So this is just double crochet, single crochet red, single crochet green. I did just regular herringbone, half double crochet in the red. And then I did herringbone, half double crochet opposite direction in the green. And then I came back in the red with the herringbone. So, and it gave it more of like a cloche Whereas these ones go more straight down or in a little bit. This one comes out a little bit, which is, it looks like it's a whole different hat. It's not. It's the same pattern. It's just changing things up slightly. And that's, I actually like this one probably, well, not the best. I like these ones the best. Those two are my favorite. They're gorgeous. I love them all. I had fun. I was playing, and the hat only took me maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to complete. So it's not like I was sitting there crocheting all day. I literally could sit down for an hour, 2 hours every day and make a hat. And a lot of times it was bedtime crochet, so I would go to bed and I would make a hat. Or I would make a Christmas ornament. And then I'm going to show you this because this came today. I told you guys in last week's Joann's video that I ordered the Christmas yarn, which is on this shelf right here, which I know you can't see. I have a red version of this, which was not a Christmas colorway. It was actually a Halloween color. And it was... Actually, it's on this shelf. It's right here. It's called Cherry Jello or something like that, or Cherry, something cherry. And this one's called Lime Jelly. And I bought this to go with the red. Someone told me that they didn't think that they went together. So I'm going to grab it and we're going to see. Alright, so this is the cherry mix. Come on. There we go. Yeah or no? Are you going to focus at all? Yeah, it's like no. There we go. There we go. Cherry mix. Lime jelly. I think they look beautiful together. And they're absolutely probably going to go on a project together if I have time. This yarn is Schitt's Creek Green, which I got in a mystery box. And then Mainstay. So this is Walmart yarn and line brand Schitt's Creek. But I think these look cool together. I like them together. Some people might not like them. This red might be just too red for them. This might be too limey. I think that's really fun for Christmas. So I bought that. That came in the mail. And then this weekend, actually, once Andy got adopted on Saturday, actually, it wasn't even once he was adopted because I didn't know at this point. I knew I was going over the mountain to pick up my niece. And there was notification in my Instagram from Valley Creative Reuse Store, which is basically a craft reuse store. It's a craft thrift store, if you will. She had some things come in that I was like really interested in. I haven't been there in a while. And so I commented, I was like, oh, what time are you open tomorrow? Because I'm going to be in town. And she gave me her hours, and then she knows who I am. Like, I've talked with her. She knows I have this channel. Like, she knows who I am. Whether she watches me, I don't know. I don't think she does, but she's aware of who I am and what I do. Because I made videos in the past of her store. And so she emailed me and she said, I just wanted to let you know we moved locations. We're actually across the parking lot. I was like, oh, awesome. I'm really hoping to find such and such at your store. She's okay. And she told me a little bit about it. I will give you the full story in that video. But I went into her store, and her new store location is so much nicer than the last one. Like, there's way more stuff in there. It's really well laid out. I thoroughly enjoyed spending a little bit of time at her store, and I spent a good penny there. It was a good, but I had a gift card. So, I mean, I can't wait to share with you that video of what I bought, because even though it was on the really expensive side, it was something that you guys will understand when I show you. My members already know because I shared, because I could not contain myself. I'm looking at it right now. It's sitting right there. And I was at the cash register, and she was like a little bit like kind of iffy on the price because it was a lot of money, and I'm sure it was one of her bigger sales. She said, is that okay? I was like, I'm aware of what I'm buying. We're good. And Mr. Cinnamon's behind me. He's all, just buy it. Just buy it. Because like the price was like, ooh, you know. And I have zero regrets that I purchased it. But it was just kind of cute because I know what it's like to question your pricing. And I know what it's like to feel guilty about charging somebody because you just don't know. Because particularly when I was a photographer, I undervalued my gift and my talent a lot. And I kept my prices really ridiculously low. And I did that because I knew that a lot of people in the area could not afford family photography, and I felt everyone deserved it. So I kept my prices rock bottom low, you know. I was lower than a lot of people in the area. I didn't charge for prints. I didn't charge for CDs. I just charged for my time, and then I gave you the pictures. And I edited them and everything. They were beautiful. Like, I was really talented with photography. And I really undervalued myself because I didn't want to feel like I was taking advantage of anybody. I didn't want to feel like I was ripping anybody off. And when she was questioning her pricing to me, I saw in her face the same feelings that I had felt, like of panic, of rejection, of, you know, all these things. I was like, I got a gift card. We're good. I got a gift card. And the gift card was a gift card that I earned by using my credit card for an emergency situation. So I earned points on my rewards credit card. I have it almost completely paid off, so I'm not paying a huge amount of interest on the credit card. And I earned a bunch of points and got a $250 gift card. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I got a $250 gift card that I got from my credit card. And it was just from rewards points. So technically, I was gonna use the credit card regardless because I needed to at the time. It was an emergency thing. The rewards points are free because I didn't pay that much in interest because I paid it back almost immediately because I hate owing people. And it's like I got the stuff for free. I mean, I used my gift card, but like that was free money in Girl Math, right? That's the way I'm looking at it. It was free, technically. I even bought Little Man something during that trip. And also, as I'm standing there looking at her, I'm thinking in my head 100 thoughts because my brain is constantly in fast forward. And one of the thoughts I had is, it's been a really shitty week. It's been a really crappy week. It's been rough. And I've had a lot of I'm crying moments and a lot of I'm in pain moments and a lot of I'm doing all these things for everyone else and I'm stressed out. And I'm not taking time to take care of myself moments. And I deserve to buy myself buffalo fluff. I deserve it. I had my heart broken this week. I deserve it. That's not all I bought. I mean, I'll show you everything probably Wednesday. Because I'm going to record that video right now. Because I can't wait because I want to play with this. I deserve this. Like, I deserve to treat myself. And I just deserve to have this fun and just spend for no good reason. Money that I technically was free because I had to use the credit card anyway. It was not, you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel guilty at all. I probably should because I could have. And my as soon as we got to the car, I did feel guilty, and I told Mr. Cinnamon I could have used that gift card for Christmas. And I could have used that for Christmas money for other people. And he's all, but you don't need to, so it's fine. But that's just the way I am. Like, I'm always like, my kids come first, always. I don't care how old they are. They always come first. They always will. My puppies come first. Like, my husband comes, but everybody comes before me. It's just who I am. And it's also why I keep my circle very, very small, because it is very easy to take advantage of people like me. And I have been taken advantage of a lot in my life, and I just keep everyone out that I see right off the bat. Oh, you're not for me. I only do for those people who appreciate what I do, you know. So that's my weekly update from Cinnamon Stitches. That's what's going on in my world. And you see that my hair is fading to a more pink color. It looks so much better on camera than it does in real life. I'm here for it because it looks all this color in the mirror. But my camera's like, no, that's purple, babe. You're still good. And in real life, it looks more this color, which is crazy because I just have good lighting in here. It makes me look fantastic. I mean, I even got, like, it's giving me cheekbones. It's giving me a chin, and it's my natural light. That ain't natural. That's a ring light right there. I am drinking just 0 sugar Dr. Pepper. because I need my caffeine in the morning and to get going, especially with the week we've had. And even today, I'm recording this yesterday, that today's going to be busy because we're giving my body enough time for the Motrin to kick in, or hopefully to kick in. It's helping a little bit right now, a little tiny bit. And I got to get everything loosened up because I am in, it's that time of year where my arthritis just acts up, but also I'm having like this weird flare. And then waiting for Juju to get off work later because she just left. My niece is showing me stuff. I have a feeling she's Christmas shopping for a little man. I have no idea what I was saying. I have not a clue. I totally lost it. This is why I turn my phone off, because it distracts me. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Tomorrow, big announcement for me and Sandy from Crochet Canada. I'm gonna actually email her before I record that video today and make sure that I have everything, because I really want, what we're doing together to be fun, and I want everybody to participate. And I just want to make sure that her and I are on the same page with a lot of things. We were supposed to video chat, and I just couldn't this week. I just couldn't, for a lot of reasons. Like mentally, I just couldn't. I didn't have enough time physically. Just couldn't. And so we're doing the email thing, and I think it'll be fun. And once again, I'm putting way too much pressure on myself, and it's not even that serious. But that will be announced tomorrow. That will be just a whole video. She's making one and I'm making one, and whatever we say in our video goes. So we're doing a whole collaboration together. She even made me this really cute thumbnail for the videos, which is beautiful. She's all, I know you like classic Christmas, so she made it like vintage look, and it's so pretty. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I could have done that too, like, but I don't really waste a whole lot of time on thumbnails because I just don't. I find it tedious. And she makes beautiful thumbnails. She makes very cool thumbnails. Like, she takes her time to make thumbnails, and I'm just like, if it's an okay picture that YouTube picked, we'll use that. Sometimes I will put a background and do pictures, but like, I don't do that. And so she made these special ones. I'm like, all right, it's beautiful. Thank you. We're going to use that. But, yeah, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'm going to show you what's in the bag in greater detail. And we're going to talk, because that's going to actually be 2 videos. But I don't know when the second video is going to, I'll talk about that Wednesday. Just tune in Wednesday. And we're going to go from there. And there might be another tutorial this week. We got to wait and see. Because I know it's Thanksgiving week. There's a lot of things going on this week as well. We only have school Monday and Tuesday, so I technically have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. But Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be cooking. And Friday, we're going Black Friday shopping, because that's what we traditionally do. And it's just for fun. We just go for fun. We don't have any like huge hard set plans. We go out for breakfast somewhere. It's just something that we do with the kids. That's just fun. We don't go out there and spend $1,000. I mean, sometimes we don't even spend $50. We just go looking to see if there's cool and unique things that you can find only on Black Friday. So there's a lot going on this week. So we'll see. But I'm hoping to get a tutorial at least started recording. But no promises. No promises. So with that, I will let you go, and I will see you in the next one.